Rashad, why you didn't
Anyways,
hit me up?
What's up, Rashad? Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
brother, I love you, brother.
What's up, Rashad? What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.
Strange fruit is in Mississippi. You guys have seen the story if you've been on online or social media in the past couple days. It's something that I didn't look at, or no, not didn't look at. I didn't report immediately just because it was like I didn't want to add to the speculation, but it's getting louder and louder, bro. When it's getting louder and louder, you got to say what you got to say. It's crazy that people are saying no one's talking about it when I feel like everybody's talking about it on the internet. Like all the people who said no one's talking about this, that's millions of views online. Trey Reed and Cory Zukatis, how do you even say that? Turns ugly, leading to a race war on social media. What happens? Why users clash over suspicious unalivings? And there it is. Trey Reed and Cory Zukatis turned ugly, leading to online clashes of race and media attention. Both men were found within hours of each other. Social media users debated why Trey Reed, a Delta State University student, received national coverage, while Cory Zukatis, a 36-year-old man from Brandon, did not. Dang. Bro, I know both of them places. Bro, that's crazy. Similarity of their unalivings and confusion over race sparked arguments, misinformation, and accusations, turning the discussion into a heated, quote-unquote, race war online. All right. Trey Reed and Zori within 24 hours, two men in Mississippi were passed in similar ways. The Matrivion, Trey Reed, a 21-year-old Delta State University student, was found on his campus in Cleveland, Mississippi. Hours later, 36-year-old Cory Zukatis, who was unhoused and originally from Brandon, was found in a wooded area near the casino in Vicksburg. Trey Reed did not. Trey Reed didn't. Cory, why is everyone mentioning Trey Reed? Doesn't everyone deserve the same? Facts. That's a fact. Social media users quickly compared the two cases. Some pointed out that both men were unalive from under similar circumstances, but did receive different levels of attention. Reed's case sparked widespread outrage, while Zukatis' case drew limited discussion. Here we go. 1/3 unrelated, but they discovered the body of a African American from the tree. But I see no need to investigate. There are no signs of foul play. When has an African American ever wanted to buy in public for others to see? Never. Start with the racial division. There was a white boy. Two men have been found the same way in Mississippi. 21-year-old Trey Reed on his Delta State University campus, and Cory, who's 35, near Vicksburg. Many online users highlighted the racial dynamics between the cases. Reed, a young black student, received national attention, while Cory, a white man, did not. This created a clash on social media, with some accusing of selective outrage. Here you go. Investigators are underway as two men were found on Monday in separate parts of the state. Trey Reed shown on the left, Cory shown on the right, both in Mississippi. Not hearing much about this. Where's the public outrage? One user said, may rethink my comment since the same day as the white kid was being as well. His name was Cory, but I haven't heard any outrage over him. This story doesn't say much. But I want to say this, but before I even finish, to hear that Cory was unhoused, which means he was homeless, according to this report, it's something I feel terrible about. Like, do I think a homeless man did that? That's the way a homeless man tried to go out? That's it. You know, people can say what they say, and most people are saying they don't believe it. Both of them, man, in the state of Mississippi, regardless, like, they both come from like suppressed backgrounds. As a black man in America and as a homeless man in America, you know, and both of them aren't valued in the country, to be honest, to the highest that they can be valued. Like, a lot of people don't see them as humans; they see them as statistics, numbers, or just objects and whatnot and things of that sort. So prayers up to both of the families, and prayers up. Rest in peace to Cory, and rest in peace to Trey, 100%. I just have to say that out loud and make sure they know that I feel the way about both of them, especially from Mississippi. I was a Mississippi resident and citizen for 2 years. I still get emails about like, you're talking to the citizens of, you know, Byram, where I lived. I lived in Byram for 2 years. I'm like, I haven't lived in Byram or Hinds County in like 4 years at this point. Another user argued RP Cory because he was white. We can say he wasn't unalived by racists at the very least. Being homeless, he was affected and eventually unalived by the same destructive rhetoric. 100%, I agree with that. Confusion also spread when users began sharing a photo of another victim, Galvin Fortenberry, the 17-year-old unalived in August. I remember that story, I believe. I think that was a dude that was talking to Chat GBT. I don't know. But some wronged claimed the picture was Cory. The misinformation circulated widely before others corrected it. I demand action. We'll watch these stories and update. Is there anything that happens that asserts that the endless streams of false claims and original findings disprove the conspiracies? You find to make sure that Zukatis get the hate crime charge. Justice for Trey Reed, justice for Cory. Black men don't them by trees say their names, demand action. Cried this morning about Trey Reed. I'm tired. I just want a word where black bodies are safe. Let me rest this whole thing that Galvin Fontenberry, whose photo was being falsely used as Cory, was white. Can we guess the color of Galvin's suspected unalivers and their names? Javante Williams, Kendarius Washington, and Braden Herron. Not guessing, but what do you think? Man, goodness gracious. These people are just, oh my goodness. One post clarified this isn't actually Cory. This is Galvin Fontenberry, who was unalived in August. Please be careful when sharing photos. There it is. The mix up further fueled tension and misinformation among their unaliveds. This is Cory. Local authorities confirmed that both Trey Reed and Cory were both found, but no evidence of foul play has been officially released. Warren County Coroner Doug L. Husky confirmed Cory's unaliving and stated that they were both discovered. He was discovered around 10:30 a.m. in Pittsburgh. Police believe Ray's might have been self-inflicted, though investigations continue. The silence is definite. If this was reversed, the headlines will never stop. May want to rethink that comment since the same day a white kid was discovered in a wooded area as well. His name was Cory, but I haven't heard anyone public outrage over him, not a public outcry. Authorities also noted that Cory was white, addressing the confusion caused online by suggesting otherwise. Officials clarified that the photo circulated online was not him, but another individual unrelated to the case. Despite official statements, online users have continued to question the circumstances of both unalivings. Some described it as modern day, demanding deeper investigations. Other cautioned against assuming foul play without any evidence. One comment read, America can't claim to be better than when it was exactly who we are. Pray for Trey Reed and Cory. Should be considered an act of terrorism. Important to note, this appears not to be Cory, but instead appears to be another young man, Galvin Fortenberry, who was another black man victim of violence. Just be wary when sharing photos and be respectful of the individuals involved. Meanwhile, others have accused some users of race baiting and spreading false narratives. This turned the conversation into a rated, quote unquote, heated race war on social media, dividing users between those demanding racial justice and those insisting both cases should be seen equally without exceptions. The similarity between the two unaliveds, both men who were hanging from Mississippi within hours, has fueled the public suspicion. However, the official stance remains that no evidence of foul play has been confirmed. The online clash reflects broader concerns of how race, class, and media coverage affect public responses to suspicious unalivings. While Reed's case drew more headlines, Cory's case gained less attention, leading to debates over fairness and equality in coverage. Why did Trey Reed and Cory turn into that? That's the end of it. Okay. Yeah. Prayers up to both families. Prayers up to Cory. Prayers up to Trey. And I hope they get down to the bottom of it. Both of them need to be highlighted. Because Cory, I had this discussion with cops one day. It was like 2017, my first job. I was working as a news reporter. I did a ride along at the Douglas County Sheriff's Office. And then for a little bit, I was back at the station. I had to just sit there as he was doing his job, the guy I was doing a ride along with. And then I just had a whole argument with the sheriff, with the deputies in there about racism and police brutality and stuff. And I was saying, he said, people are scared of me. I said, yeah, but like to be scared of a white person, like you had to be like you. He shaved, bald head, he was skin headed, tattoos all over. For a black person, you just had to exist. I said, like, I'm like at the time, it's like probably 150 soaking wet. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm probably the least intimidating black person out there. But since I'm black, people still scared of me, you know what I'm saying? That aren't black and things of that sort. So I say this to say this man, Cory, was also you know what I'm saying, looked at a certain way by society, being a white homeless man, being a white poor man in America. In Mississippi, you get treated away. You see the thing that Brett Favre was alleged of, taking the money from the welfare to, you know, bring money into his foundation, bring money to him, bring money into you know, building up a state-of-the-art volleyball facility so his daughter could play volleyball at Southern Miss and things of that sort. Like, you're looked down upon when you're poor, when you're homeless and things of that sort. People don't look at you as a human. So Cory deserves the same type of attention. And yo, Cory, we don't believe this happened to you because we know how people take advantage of homeless people. We know, we've seen it with our eyes, and we've seen the reports of it, of homeless women, especially how they get taken advantage of with their bodies and et cetera, et cetera. So, you know, being homeless doesn't make you any less of a human. So we definitely want to say rest in peace to Cory as well. And of course, rest in peace to Mr. Trey as a black man and things of that sort. Rest in peace, Trey Reed. Here's some of his photos and everything like that. 21 years old, class of 2023, a baby, man. I did see something that was interesting with this. And here we go. We're going to go to this first. The family of Trey Reed is not willing to accept any cause until they have an independent autopsy, the law firm representing the family said. Here we go. Shout out to Phil Lewis for this. Shout out to Fox 13 in Memphis. This has been huge in Memphis, boy. Memphis Fox 13. I believe this is the station where Kayla works. I don't know. Like, I'm not Kayla's friend, but we have a lot of the same mutual friends. I believe we're like the same age. And I just saw Kayla like last month at NABJ in Cleveland. I wasn't going to speak on it just because I was like, man, because I know of her. We have mutual friends and stuff like that. But I will say, like, mistakes happen 100%. But despite the intention, whether it was a mistake or not, there are consequences for actions. So that's how I feel about the situation. It's an unfortunate mistake. However, you know, even mistakes have consequences. So prayers up to both families, prayers up to Kayla's family and her friends and stuff like that. But prayers up especially to the victims' families. Because you can still call JPay. You can still call visitation hours. You can't call the family members you've lost anymore. So I want to say that's my piece on that. Delta student, here we go from Fox 13. Cleveland, Mississippi. A Delta State University student whose officers found unalive and on a tree on campus had no injuries and quote unquote consistent with according to the Boulevard County coroner Randolph Sills Jr. said. Authorities discovered 21-year-old Trey Reed of Grenada, Mississippi, Monday morning on the campus in Cleveland, Mississippi. The incident led to the cancellation of classes on Monday. Delta State University's police chief officer Mike Pillar said that the law enforcement does not suspect foul play and is unaliving. Sills said the preliminary evidence does support that conclusion. Based on the preliminary examination, we can confirm that the deceased individual did not suffer any lacerations, contusions, or compound fractions, broken bones, or injuries consistent with At this time, there is no evidence to suggest that the individual was physically attached before his unaliving. Is it up here? I'm not up here. Okay, all right. We seen. I was looking at the trending stories to see if it was trending. There's no evidence to suggest the individual was physically attacked before his passing. Till said in a news release regarding Reed's unaliving. Till said that Reed's will be taken to Mississippi State Crime Lab for an autopsy. The autopsy may provide additional information into the final moments of Reed's life. We ask that the community remain patient with the coroner's office and other investigating agencies as we work together to get all the pertinent facts surrounding this investigation. Additionally, we ask that you respect the family as they navigate through this difficult time, Sill said. Following the coroner's report, the Jones law firm representing Reed's family announced that they would order an independent autopsy. Trey's family is not willing to accept any cause of passing until they have been presented with all the facts that will be independently verified through their own investigation, the Jones law firm said. Tuesday morning, Delta State University released a statement saying that the college will continue cooperating with law enforcement and supporting Reed's family. Today, we remain heartbroken at the loss of our student, Trey Reed, last night. Last night, hundreds of students gathered on campus for a prayer vigil in honor of his life. We will continue to hold each other close in the days ahead. Delta State University is aware of the statement released overnight by the Boulevard County Coroner's Office. We continue to cooperate with law enforcement in the investigation. Our focus remains on supporting Trey's family, friends, and the Delta State community as we continue to grieve the loss together. Counseling services remain available for students through the OW. OW Riley Counseling Center. Wait, hold on. This man, bro, you get, bro. I'm gonna respond to a lot of stuff. Oh my goodness. OW Riley Counseling Center and faculty and staff through the Human Resources Delta State University said. Attorney Brent Crump released the following statement. We've been retained by the family of Trey Reed, the 21-year-old Delta State University student who was found from a tree. Trey was a young man full of promise and worth, deeply loved and respected by all of those who knew him. His family and the campus community deserved a full independent investigation to uncover the truth about what happened. We cannot accept vague conclusions when the questions remain. I stand with the family and I will stand with the team of civil rights leaders and organizations and pursuing transparency and answers for Trey's family. First thing I'm thinking about with this is, why is this a big deal? Why are people... This is happening in the wake of the Charlie Kirk situation, where, if you guys knew, multiple HBCUs were threatened. In the immediate aftermath, everybody kind of jumped to conclusions of leftists and Democrats and things of that sort, which is just coded language to say black people. And we found out that, of course, it wasn't that. It was a white person that did it, a white person accused of doing it. Of course, there is additionally conspiracy theories on top of that, led by Candace Owens and Shapiro and all of those people and stuff like that. All those people, man, they having the whole thing, bro. Of the Israel people did it. This was the Israel president. He did this and stuff like that. Charlie ain't even in the ground, and the conspiracies are flying around. Like, y'all talk about respect for the family and people not respecting his wishes and things of that. Y'all being disrespectful too by coming up with conspiracies before he can even. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy, dude. Anyways, we're gonna move on. Because I saw this and I thought it was interesting. I looked up Trey on Facebook and I found his Facebook page. And I just thought it was really, really interesting. This is Trey's page. Lessons greater than learned, Delta State University, first day of school, true religion. True religion. Cousin. Everything like that. He's showing them love, right? I'm going to go to Trey's page, right? So his cover photo is, him kind of mourning the loss of Antonio Reed, who that might be to him, his father, his uncle, family member, things of that sort, right? His last shared post on Facebook, being able to read people's is half the reason I be on my own. Another one. One of the biggest things that I've learned this year is let things be. Let people go. Don't chase answers. Don't fight for closure, and never expect an explanation. So that's one of them, right? Another one, he's showing love to his family member. She lies, he cries. She apologizes, she's not sorry. He complains, she doesn't change. And yet he stays. Does that sound familiar? The truth is, I don't have the patience anymore. Not the silence, not for the late replies to unread messages, the sorry I was busy texts that come hours later, like afterthoughts. I don't have the patience for almost love, for the ones who swear that they care, but they forget to show it, for the ones who only love me when it's easy. I've been hurt too quietly, too long, and I just can't anymore. This heart has waited too many empty rooms. Now it's learning how to close the door. He shared that. He shared this. I gave everything I had, every part of me, that I would love, care, and stay, but I was never enough. And then I watched others receive the same love that I begged for without even asking. It breaks something inside you. Makes you question your worth. Makes you wonder if maybe the problem was always you. And that thought, it quietly destroys you. This was another one. Sometimes it hits you. This is all back to back. It's all back to back of what he's sharing and posting on his page. Sometimes it hits you hard that they never loved you. They never knew. They just knew you were the one that who will always be there no matter what. You had a good heart, and they used that. They stayed not because they truly cared, but because you made their life easier for them. And deep down, you kept hoping that it was love. But when they needed someone that way, they needed you, they weren't there. They left you empty, making you feel like being a good person was your biggest mistake. That's the kind of pain that changes you forever. Another one, same day, August 25th. Nothing hurts more than fighting for a girl who doesn't want to try to fix things, but at the same time, it makes you seem like she wants to make it work. Feel relatable? This page is for you. Welcome. Delivered 1 hour ago. My brain. He's sitting down. Okay. And he just does that, right? August 24th. This is the same 2 days. I want you to know all the things he's sharing. As long as your heart is pure, then blessings will find you. August 24th. I hope someone is proud of me because I'm really trying. August 24th. Lord, protect the path that I'm on and don't let me quit for nothing. August 24th. Go to sleep and trust in God and will fix whatever your situation is. August 22nd. My name touches rooms I never stepped in. Jealousy is a hell of a drug. August 22nd. Pray, wait, and trust. August 22nd. Disappear, improve, return, shock everyone. August 21st. I really want to publicly thank God for what he's doing privately. August 20th. God didn't save we're up in some form. So it's a lot of stuff talking about trials and tribulations, and then a lot of stuff talking about heartbreak and dealing with disappointment from women. Now, if you go to his photos, rest in peace to Trey Reed, everything like that, 100%. His photos, it's a woman. It's a woman. It's a woman. His bio says he's married. You tell he was a very passionate young man. You know what I'm saying? Very passionate young man. And he felt the way about something, whether it's disappointment, heartbreak, whatever the case might be. Just pointing that out. That's his last few social media posts on Facebook and stuff like that, right? So we go over to that, to the woman's page, Sarah Trotter. This was her reaction with it. And you guys, I don't know, I'll go back to this too, because I feel like this is important to point out too. His first day of school, where he was posting it, there was a top comment, and there was a lady that he heart emoji to it, and that was this lady right here. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Here it is right here, right? First day of school type stuff. I'm going to go right here to the comments. The top comment comes from this young lady. Where are we at? Sarah Trotter. It's a heart emoji 3 weeks ago. And he responds with like a hug and things of that sort. They both had the care emojis and stuff like that to it. That was August 20th. August 23rd, he started posting about the trials and tribulations. August 24th, he posts about being let down and a girl breaking his heart and all those things. And then a couple weeks later, he's still posting about stuff like that. And then September 12th, he talks about being on his own. So if this happened on Monday was September 15th. So that was 3 days after this, where he's talking about I'd be on my own. So the girl herself posted. She said, words can express how I feel. I miss you so much, and I know that God has a better plan for you. And I'm so grateful that God has placed you in my life. I don't know what I'm going to do without you. I appreciate everyone who's called and checked in on me. It's a huge pill to swallow, and I hope one day to see you again. Long live Trey Reed. Here's the pictures of him. So there you have it. From the lady he was talking about to the post he was talking about, kind of insinuating that he was let down by a woman. And that's what the woman has said. Dear God, give me the strength to get through everything I'm going through. I need you. And she put the heartbreak emojis as well right there. Prayers to young Sarah. Hannah Junk. Prayers to young Sarah. And prayers to Trey Reed and his family. 100%. I do think that's something that we should take in consideration with this whole thing. I don't know what the heck happened. I do think it'll be weird with that stuff. But yeah, I'll say that. Bro. Let me see. Hold Hold on, I want to send the text. I'm gonna send it right now. Give me a second. I'm gonna take a break to send the text real quick.
Rashad, why you didn't hit me up?
What's up, Rashad? Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
Brother, I love you, brother.
What's up, Rashad? What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.